Hi, my name's Mike. Hard to believe that I, of all people, have provided products and services valued at over £100 million in the last 20 years. As a recruiter, you really need to embrace the fact that selling is part and parcel of the job. Whether that's selling your company or a candidate to a prospective client, becoming a great recruiter will help you progress and ultimately increase your personal income. Practice makes perfect. Having worked in sales for more than 20 years, I believe that to be a top recruiter or salesperson, there are 3 key factors that you must possess. The first is enthusiasm. The key to winning new business, selling a product or service, and being a top recruiter is the ability to transfer your enthusiasm into the minds of your prospective clients. Believe in your product. Love what you do. Belief, passion, and love for the service you provide is contagious. Imagine being on the end of a phone call with a salesman that just can't be bothered. You're not going to believe them, and you're certainly not going to buy from them. Here's an interesting fact. The words you speak account for only 7% of what the person hears. Your tone of voice, 38%, and your body language, 55%. As you can imagine, tone of voice when communicating over the phone is key, and you must sound enthusiastic. The second factor to be in possession of is confidence. Before you pick up the phone and attend a meeting, expect the customer to say yes. Expect them to be interested in what you have to say. How do you build confidence? Well, it's simple. You just practice. Being knowledgeable in the field you specialise in, and more than anything else, be enthusiastic about what you have available. With just these factors, you can be a top recruiter and improve your personal income and the income of the company you work for. However, this last tip is just as important. Qualification. Speak with the right person. Ensure you always qualify who you need to speak with, and ensure you waste little time establishing that you have the right person. Get to the point quickly with tact whilst being well-mannered and professional. So when you call a company and are met by the so-called gatekeeper, simply ask, could I speak with the person responsible for the recruitment of and your specialist topic? Be specific. Obviously get the person's name. When speaking to the person who holds the purse strings, ask them a question or something that will get their interest straight away. For example, hi Donald, I believe you handle the recruitment process at your company. Is this correct? Great. I have a candidate who has developed an IT system, saving his last company over £2 million. I understand that you're working on a project at the moment that my candidate could help with. Interest gained. Then ask them a series of open-ended questions to see if what you have to offer is of any interest to them. For example, do you have a preferred supplier list, and is there anything I or my company can do to get some or even all of your recruitment business? Be silent and allow them to speak. Listen for any opportunities. They may answer this question, or they may even say no. There is a fine line between an average recruiter and a great recruiter. It usually lies in the questions you ask and the way you ask them. If they're interested, great. You can then go on and close the deal. However, if you come across objections, as a top recruiter, it's good to stay sharp. Be prepared and have answers to counter these objections positively. Then go on to close the deal. Now you've got the 3 core factors of becoming a top recruiter. I want to give you 3 of my favourite sales techniques to help you close the deal. You should try these today. The first is the relevant story close. If you could just jot down some success stories of candidates that you or your company have placed, ensuring that they are similar to the type of candidate that your prospect would be interested in, that's a good starting point. For example, we placed a candidate 2 months ago that built a new intranet system that will save that company over £1 million in the coming year. Or 97% of the temps we placed last year went on to full-time employment with the same companies. This shows the calibre of candidate we source and place with companies like yours. They're clearly of the highest standard. Once you have provided basic information about your company to the client, you can then give them some real meaty testimonies, which will help them make the decision to work with you. You need to give the benefits, and if you have the relevant testimony, it will certainly add credibility. The second technique is my favourite clause. This is called the invitation. Simple yet very effective. For example, you have found that the company uses external recruitment agencies. You have provided some information about your company and perhaps even thrown in a few relevant stories to add credibility. Now it's time to seal the deal. You can say something on the lines of, "Donald, why not see what we can do? I will send over 2 or 3 candidates that meet your needs. If none of these candidates turn out to be what you want, no, I'm done. I won't waste any more of your time." Important to pause, shut your mouth and stay silent, and just listen. Silence is the most effective tool in sales. Not many recruiters use this well. What you have done here is invited them to try you out. You haven't been pushy, and you've probably got them to let their guard down just a little. The third technique is the power of suggestion. Important to use this tentatively. It is a very powerful technique. It is talking to the prospect as if they have already decided that they're going to use your service. Something along the lines of, "Hi Donald, I just wanted to give you a quick call as we have some excellent candidates specialising in your specialist area. I can send you 2 or 3 for an interview. How many would you like to see? Or is Tuesday or Wednesday best for you to interview these great candidates?" You get the idea. You will always get them answering these questions, positively or negatively. Stay sharp and you will always win the business. So these are my tips. Don't forget the 3 factors to being a top recruiter. They are the foundation of your future success. Enthusiasm. Always be enthusiastic. Confidence. Have confidence and belief in the service that you provide. And ensure you qualify the person that you need to speak to. Then become familiar with the sales techniques. Practice, practice, then practice some more. Doing is a recruiter's best strategy. Don't forget to get connected with me on LinkedIn. I will make the time to answer any of your questions.